Hey everyone, how are you? I just want to welcome this powerful brother to the show. Welcome, Barnabas.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me as well, Felicia.
I am so excited for this episode to talk about insurance. And now I know you have a company called Western Financial Group, and you've been really taking care of a lot of people and their insurance needs when it comes to anything insurance, pretty much. I know a lot of people can definitely get value out of this because so many people really underestimate the power of insurance. And when time comes, and you need it and you don't have insurance, you're really kicking yourself in the behind because you weren't, number one, educated in it, or number two, you didn't have a good representative that could give you the right products rather, that you,
Exactly.
right?
Well said.
Awesome.
Yeah. So just
Awesome.
to just to clarify, so I work for Western Financial Group. It's actually one of the oldest insurance brokerage in Canada, like over 100 years old.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So all your insurance needs, we
Yeah.
have it there.
Nice, nice. So talk to me a little bit about that and let the viewers know, what it is that you can do for them. Because I think when it comes to insurance, people just really call, a referral maybe that they had, and then they feel like they're stuck with that one insurance company because, living in Toronto, I know it's super expensive when it comes to car insurance in particular,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, for sure. And trust me, nobody wants to have that insurance conversation, right?
Yeah.
Listen, nobody wants to pay for insurance. Nobody wants to deal with insurance. Auto insurance is mandatory, right? So the government, they force us to have auto insurance, right? But there's also other insurance, life insurance, home insurance. Those are all optional, right?
Mhm.
But what I do say, to kind of simplify it for everybody, insurance is pretty much a peace of mind,
Yeah.
right? That's what you got to think about it as is. Because like you said, Felicia, you never know when you do need that help, right? You're in a situation where it could change, it could be life changing. And I've seen it happen multiple times. The good thing with me, I did work on the claims end of insurance before I transitioned over to the brokerage end of insurance. So I've
Oh,
seen both sides.
yeah.
And trust me when I tell you, the amount of when you do go through that claim,
Mhm.
regardless what it is, it could be life, auto, property. When your insurance company is there for you, and when your agent is there for you, it gives you that peace. When you see that $40,000 bill or your car's total and you don't have adequate insurance, it's pretty much nerve wracking because people would depend on these things as well, right? I depend on my car to go to work. If I'm not covered, if something happens to my car, it changes my whole day to day,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So that's the best way to kind of think about, hey, peace of mind, right? Another thing is that you mentioned as well. A lot of people don't know how to go about getting this insurance.
Yes.
A lot of people, I mean, you will know like direct underwriters, and I'll tell you the difference, like TD or Desjardins, right? When there's a lot of commercials, you just, hey, I'm gonna call TD, I'm gonna get an auto or property insurance, right? But when it comes to, okay, you could get a one policy quote from TD, but that's all they can do,
Mhm.
right? So, like you said, I don't know, whatever they tell me. If they tell me $400, $300, I'm just gonna go because I don't have any other option. I'm thinking that's the only possible quote I can get. But what people don't know, brokerages are 1,000 times better because brokerages, we don't work with one company. We
I
could
love
work
that.
with 15, 20 different companies. So
Yes.
if let's say Intact Insurance is giving you a quote for $500, but trust me when I tell you there's another insurance company out there that could offer you $200 for the exact same property, the exact same vehicle, or whatever you need. Do you know what I
Wow.
mean?
I love that.
So
And
that's,
I've had
yeah,
that
we got to just create awareness about that.
right. Now, I've had that personal experience in working with you and experiencing your service and your, all of the knowledge that you have within all of my products. Like even just creating like fleet insurance for me for all of my vehicles, right? All seven of my cars and all of my houses, and just being able to package all of that up and give me the best rate, And what I've even found is that if you want to save money, a lot of people don't even realize that you can just pay for the full year for your insurance and you'll get a really good reduction, So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
at one point I thought my like just insuring my sports car, I was really nervous. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be expensive. It's two
She
doors.
has a nice car, by the way. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't want to expose too
Oh,
much, but she has a
stop.
really nice car. She's doing really well.
Thank you, brother. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous to get this insurance because I feel like it's going to be mad expensive. But then when Barnabas did his thing, it came up to like $1,000 for the year. And I was just like, what?
Mhm.
It's crazy. Full coverage too. So there's so many things that people don't realize that if they come to you, you as a broker, you can really go and do your part and just search for the best rate so that we're not spending like an arm and a leg on these things.
Yeah, and you know the funny part about it is that a lot of people come to you and they're like, "Hey, you know what? My neighbor is paying $200 for the insurance." So Felicia, hey, I heard Felicia on the video. She's paying $1,000 trying to get me the same thing. Now, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
hilarious. But when I tell you, funny enough, I've been working literally in insurance for about 5 to 6 years now. It's impossible to have the same exact premium as another person. It could be the same person in your household, right? Yeah. Like yourself, Felicia, and your husband. There's no way you and your husband are paying the same type of insurance. It's impossible. Lots go into it, and that's why you need a broker to know how to better present your submission to the underwriters. Right. Yeah. Everyone's going to be different. Right. Some people have a really good record. Some don't. It happened. We all have speeding tickets. Yeah. I've never met somebody who never had a speeding ticket before, but it happens. Right. It's part of our life these days.
It was me. You're like, what? Your record is so clear. Like, what's going on?
No. But no. I mean, yeah. People do know, like, if you get like a minor ticket, that's only going to be on your record for 3 years, right? After that, it drops off. So it doesn't mean that you got one ticket today. It's not going to be affecting you for life, right? Yeah. Like my record is perfectly clean right now, but I mean, on my younger days, I probably had one or two. It happened. It's okay. Yeah. But it's not forever. But it's also companies that actually, I wouldn't say prefer that, but they specialize with higher risk drivers, right? Listen, TD may not even accept you, but for that $500, well, hey, this high risk company could take you for even $400 or $300, right? But people don't really know how that works. That's why a broker comes into play, because you tell me your situation, and then I could better kind of find the right company, find the right coverage for you specifically. No one's the same. People got to stop doing that.
Yeah,
right. Don't come to me and tell me, oh, my mom is paying this. Trust me, you're not your mother. You're not your mother.
And what I love too is the fact that it's not even just like the car insurance. Yeah, car insurance is there. Home insurance is there. You do home insurance as well, which I love so much as well, because again, you're rooting for us in terms of getting a really good price. But you also insure motorcycles and boats. I know I have my boat insured with you, and my insurance for my boat was like $300 for the year. I was like, what's right? Yeah. And then life insurance. People really don't take life insurance serious because they're like, oh, I'm young right now. I don't really need it. But it's definitely something to look into, because as we get older, things happen, and you want to make sure that you're covered, fully.
Definitely. And with life insurance, key word there you said is young people don't typically look to get life insurance because they're like, I'm still young, right? Like you said, I have pretty much nothing to lose. But the best time for you to get life insurance is when you're younger.
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
Right? People don't know. It's cheaper. Exactly. The older you get, the more expensive your policy will be with life insurance, right? You don't wait until you have, because typically people want to wait until they have a family, right? Because they feel like, hey, listen, if something happens to me now, I don't really have any dependents. It's fine, right? But it does affect more than just your dependents. I mean, you have your parents, right? You have siblings. Friends. If something happened to you, you want to make sure like, hey, all funeral costs are taken care of if need be, or if it's like a severe disability or illness, you don't have to put your loved ones be a burden to your loved ones, pretty much, for lack of better words, right? So there's other factors as well, but the key thing, get it when you're younger, because when you're younger, typically, I'm not saying like older, I'm older as well, but older people are just unhealthy or something, but you have more chances. Insurance companies see there's a more risk of you having those illnesses, but when you're younger, you don't smoke, right? You never had any previous conditions. typically your policy is going to be really, really, really inexpensive, like even like $20 a month, right? But if you keep that for like 20 years, there's that term 20 we call it, or term 100, or even a whole life. Like if you keep it for as long, you try to get it as far as long as you can, you're pretty much locked into that premium. Whereas if you come to me when you're 40 years old, 50 years old, it won't be bad, but it's still, you would have saved a lot of more money if you got it in your 25, 30s.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. I love that. And then also let's talk a little bit about commercial insurance. Now, a lot of people right now, entrepreneurs are doing their thing, crushing it, opening up their places, whether, they're doing eyelashes or people are opening up mechanic.
Yeah.
We're just seeing our nation rise, and I'm so damn excited.
Yeah.
People make moves right now. And I can say that as a business coach, like people are really opening up shop. But you can't just open up shop and not think about the insurance, because heaven forbid something happens. Like we hear crazy things on the news all the time where cars are just driving into stores, right, by accident, and like, or a fire happens.
Fraud, right? Fraud is a huge one right now.
Yeah.
And liability. So to touch on that, what you said, especially in our community, I'm so super proud of everybody has the entrepreneurship mindset. I don't know why. It could be the social media factor. I'm not too sure, but a lot of people are on their grind, which I love. Yeah. The hardest part about it is, and you probably experience it yourself, a lot of startups, you don't have a lot of revenue, right? So you don't want to pile on more expenses than what you have to.
Yeah.
Right. Some businesses require you to have insurance, right? In the service sector, most likely like barbershops or electricians, anything on the service sector, especially if you have an office space or a storefront, it's pretty much mandatory. They're going to force you to have that insurance. But a lot of our businesses could be online or at home, right? Where that is, it's pretty much up to you, right? They don't force you. But people will notice though, when you expand though, when you start expanding your business, you're going to run into those hurdles where clientele are looking on making sure that you have insurance. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What I do want to say though, we do understand that when you're starting up, year 1, year 2, year 3, you don't have a lot of cash flow, right? And that's understandable. But commercial insurance, business insurance is based on your cash flow as well most of the time, right? So if you're not making much, your insurance is not going to be that high. I guarantee you that. But again, back to the peace of mind. Even if you're online, even if you work from home, the main thing is if something happens to your business, businesses get sued a lot, right? Because people think if you own a business, you have money coming, right? So you do one little mistake, people are jumping. They're targeting you. People are jumping to sue you for whatever reason. It doesn't matter what it is. They're just looking for a quick cash pay, right? So liability is like the number. It's called a CGL. So commercial liability is the biggest thing. If some people may tell you like, hey, listen, I'm not carrying any product, I'm not moving any product, why do I need insurance, right? That's fine. If you don't want to cover your product, it's fine, but you want to pretty much cover your entity, right? Any lawsuits, any fraud, any accusations at all, like, hey, calling Barnabas, hey, what's my next step, right? And that's another thing about advantage about having a broker is that with TD, you're calling in, you're speaking to 1,000 different people. Right. There's no personal touch. Like, as you know me, Falesha, you call me, I pick up, you only talk to me. Yeah. I deal with you. Right. And with Western, they're really giving me that autonomy as well, where like I take care of my own clients, no ifs or buts. Yeah. Right? And I love that. I think, as a client that has so many different policies, and different just vehicles, it's nice to have that one point of contact, because there are times where I'm like out of the country and something happens or I have a question and I literally will text you and I can rest assured like you're going to get back to me, you're going to look into the policy. There's nothing like having that white glove service, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you for everything that you do. So no, for sure. Well, all my clients, by the way, you can't get one client of mine that will tell you anything different, right? Yeah. And I love that. And that's the reason why you're so successful and you're doing the most, brother. So keep at it. Appreciate it. Now, if you got value out of this, make sure you like,
you subscribe, you share this video, because there's nothing like a strong, powerful brother doing his thing day in, day out, and help shape our community. Now, I have one last question for you before I let you go. We are going to find out where people can find you on your social media. But my question is, I like to ask this just to kind of get a sense of your character. If you had one superpower in the world, it could be anything, what would it be and why?
That's funny. It'll have to be something to do with maybe teleportation. I feel like especially in the industry I'm in, right? You know that commercial with State Farm with Jake?
Yep.
Something happens, you're always there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if that could be a real life thing, that'll definitely, like you just said, you call me, I'm there. Like if I could just like Zoom, I'm there. Like, hey, what happened? What's going on? Hey, let's take care of it.
Pop up on
That'll
them.
be
Like they enter crash.
Whenever outside. Like you just bought a house. I'm in the living room. Hey, let's get it going. What's happening? What's going on?
I love that. That's so
on God.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's been such an amazing conversation with you. Where can the people find you on your social media?
Social media, Instagram. You can find me there. It's .yourboyb. It's .your.boyb. Phone number though, it's best mode of contact. I'm always with it. 647-779-5585. Again, that's 647-779-5585. Or 437-734-9519. Right? Always pick up. If I don't pick up, shoot me a text. I always call back. Leave me a voicemail. I always call back. Media, I'm there. But if you want a quick response, give me a call directly. I'm over talker anyway, like you can see. I talk too much sometimes.
No, we love it. We want all the goodies. Give us all the information. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the show. This is the Falesha Raquel Show. This is your boy, Barnabas, and this is the Western Financial Group. Make sure to follow and make sure, again, like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
Yeah, shout out to Falesha Raquel as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, brother. Have a powerful day.
You as well.